Hey, what up, Fred? Look, it's a double-decker bus. It's a double-decker bus right there. Yeah, and I show you this double-decker bus because I want you to feel at home because I am about ready to turn your entire world upside down. Now, say a space shuttle lands on a planet, your planet, Fred, and in that space shuttle is just a book, maybe even some pages from a book, and people on your planet read this book, and then all of a sudden they're like, "This is a message to how we should live. We need to be these people that are in this book." And Fred, I was the one that sent that space shuttle, and I was the one that put that book in there. And I kind of thought that everybody on your planet would actually try to be the characters in this book I sent down. Sorry about that, but I felt like experimenting with your humanity, all the humans around you. So I set down some pages that I ripped out of a person from my planet. His name was Isaac Asimov. And he wrote about a certain branch off of society called spacers. And spacers wanted to, explore space, is where they got their nickname. But once they got out there, they really spread out. And what they really wanted to do was they were almost like uh, they were like early explorers. They were the adventurers and the independent folk that wanted to go out and see new frontiers and claim new planets and rely upon themselves. But they knew they couldn't entirely. But that was the direction that their spirit was taking them. These spacers. So they started landing on planets and colonizing them, and then as they got better at it and better at their own kind of almost social engineering and genetic engineering, they became better at being more independent. And less of them would stop on a planet until um, kind of average numbers would be, it'd be less than 10 human beings, 10 spacers on an entire planet. And yet they'd all be connected, and every single one of their homes was a repository of all of the information of every single one of their citizens. Um, their homes would be incredibly amazing with as much power as they'd be connected to the core of the planet to draw power from. They would be a legion, thousands upon thousands of robots that they could produce if that's what they were wanted, um, to provide their food and change the environment around them and to do mining and manufacturing and basically become a city that where they could draw upon its resources at no cost to them. And what did they do then? What did they want all their robots, and what did they do with all their free time, especially as they became so long lived? Um, they wanted to pursue their imagination, and the more they pursued their imagination, the more skills and discoveries that they made, the farther they pushed the boundaries of science um, and mental, physical, spiritual pursuits. All this information was shared and replicated throughout the spacer community, and to where if anyone discovered anything, it was yours for free. And if it was a tool, it could be made on your property for free. Your robots could snap you up that tool now that they had the design. Excuse me, I just drank a malt liquor. Um, anybody who discovers anything in your community, you could have your robots produce it either right away or once they got ready, once they got the machinery ready. So every single individual was very interested and curious in and every single individual of independently, and every single individual of the whole community would benefit from it. And there wasn't even any kind of drive. It's just like if you're going to live 1,000 years, and eventually they started living more than like 2,000 years. If you're going to live that long, how are you going to spend your time? And so these people spent their time pursuing their curiosity. They were intensely curious and intensely independent. So so that's my answer. That's the pages of the book that I would drop on your planet and turn your world upside down. But I will tell you one part of the Isaac Asimov book that I really liked was as independent as they still love to interact socially, but yet they're spread out across the universe. So like we would all meet at your house, but there'd be like these common rooms, and these common rooms would be replicated in everybody's home. And so I would come and sit down. I would show up virtually. I'd knock on your front door. You would greet me, or you'd even have a robot let me in. There'd be like this protocol, and I would enter the party, and you would see me, and I would look flawlessly real. And your robots would set cups in front of me, and I would drink them, except the actual fluid and food would be in my home. So you'd watch me drink. You'd watch your robot set a drink before me, and you'd watch me drink it and enjoy it, because I am drinking it. And it might even be upon your design. You're like, this is what I'm having for dinner, and that's what shows up on my plate in my home, and that's what you see at your home. So I do taste your dinner. I do taste your recipe. I taste your cooking, a universal way, and we all share information and share our society, and our caring for one another. Because what else would bring me from one part of the universe to another, to your dinner table, if it wasn't caring? And so, in some aspects, everybody was super independent, and in other aspects, they didn't want to give up the society of each other. So, yeah, so I love that. I love that story. I love Isaac Asimov. All right. Thanks, Fred. It was a great idea for a video.